This is Svalbard, a place where death is illegal and nature has complete control. The last frontier of human survival. For 4 months, the sun disappears. No dawn, no sunset, only endless darkness. A frozen silence takes over everything. Far beyond the Arctic Circle, between Norway and the North Pole, this is where the world begins to end, and survival becomes a question. More than 60% of land is frozen. Glaciers cover everything. Ice shapes the entire landscape. Time moves differently here. Mountains rise from frozen ground, sharp, empty, and untouched. No trees, no sound. Only wind and ice remain. Deep fjords cut through the land, ancient water paths frozen in time. Nature carved this place slowly, over millions of years. Winter temperatures drop below -40. Breath turns into ice. Skin feels pain instantly. This is not just cold, it is survival. Then, everything changes. For months, the sun never sets. Day and night become one. A strange, endless light begins. Half the year is darkness. Half the year is endless daylight. Nature switches extremes. No middle ground exists. Despite extreme conditions, people still choose to stay. Scientists, explorers, survivors, all drawn to this frozen edge. Small towns survive on the west coast, protected from freezing seas. Life clusters where nature allows. Every house fights the cold. Permafrost keeps the ground frozen forever. Even buried things never decay. Time itself is preserved here, a frozen memory of Earth. Glaciers are not still. They slowly move like giants, crushing everything in their path. Silent but powerful. There are no cities here, no traffic, no chaos, only wind across ice. A silence deeper than sound. Beyond this point, humans cannot survive easily. Nature takes full control, and civilization ends. During summer, light never ends. The sun stays above the horizon. No night arrives, only endless brightness. Living here changes the mind. Sleep becomes difficult. Time loses meaning. The body adapts or breaks. Nothing here is moderate. Everything is extreme. Light, dark, cold, heat. Nature is always at its peak. Scientists study this place closely because it shows Earth's future. What happens here will happen everywhere. But if nature is this terrifying, how do animals survive here? In a world built to destroy life, something still lives. This is not a frozen desert. It is a living kingdom, where only the strongest survive, and every creature is a fighter. At the top of this world rules the polar bear. Silent, massive, deadly, the true king of the Arctic. It blends with the ice. It waits for hours, then strikes in seconds. Survival is its only mission. Seals live beneath the ice, but every breath they take could be their last. The ocean is not safe here. Small, but unstoppable. The Arctic fox survives extreme cold, changing color with seasons, a ghost of the snow. Svalbard reindeer walk alone. Thick fur protects their life. They survive where nothing else can. Quiet warriors of ice. Massive bodies on frozen shores. Walruses rest in heavy groups, slow but powerful creatures, guardians of the coastline. Under the frozen ocean, giants move in silence. Whales travel thousands of kilometers, a hidden world beneath ice. White whales sing in the dark water. Their sounds travel far, like echoes of another world. Invisible but alive. They travel thousands of kilometers, from cold to warm oceans, only to return again. A cycle of survival. The largest creature on Earth, even bigger than dinosaurs. One breath can fill silence, the ocean's true giant. Thousands of birds scream together. Cliffs become alive with wings. Nature creates chaos and harmony, a living storm of life. Every predator has prey. Every life feeds another. The Arctic is a cycle, not chaos, but balance. When winter gets stronger, food becomes rare. Only the strongest survive. Weakness disappears fast. This land is not peaceful, it is a battlefield, where survival is war, and nature is the enemy. noise, no warning, only movement in snow. Hunting happens in silence. Death arrives without sound. Every animal is adapted to cold, to darkness. Evolution shaped survival here. Perfect survival machines. In every direction, life fights death and somehow continues, against all odds. Even here, humans are present, changing balance slowly. The ice is melting. The future is uncertain. Animals survive this frozen world, but humans chose to stay forever. Why would anyone live here? The answer is still hidden. Deep inside the Arctic darkness, there is a small town where humans still survive, but nothing here feels normal. This is Longyearbyen, the largest settlement in Svalbard, but still smaller than most cities, and far more extreme. There are laws here, but not like anywhere else. Some rules feel impossible, yet they are real. Death is not allowed in this town. If someone is dying, they are sent away. Even the cemetery is closed. The ground is permanently frozen. Bodies never decompose, so the land cannot hold death. Nature rejects it. People who are seriously ill are sent back to mainland Norway to prevent permanent burial. Even in death, location matters. Outside the town, polar bears are everywhere. They're not visitors. They are rulers. Leaving town is dangerous. A rifle is mandatory, not for hunting, but for survival. Even pets are controlled here. Cats are banned completely. To protect fragile bird life, every life is balanced. Inside houses, life feels normal. Warm lights, soft silence, a world inside ice. Children go to school here. Even in polar night, learning never stops. Not even in darkness. People from all over the world live here. Over 50 nationalities together, bound by survival, not by borders. Nobody is truly from here. Everyone arrives and adapts. This town belongs to no one, and everyone at the same time. Life continues normally. Work, shops, schools. But everything feels temporary, like borrowed time. For 4 months, there is no sunlight, yet people still smile. Darkness becomes normal. Then summer arrives, and the sun never sets. Day becomes endless. Time loses meaning again. Leaving town is a ritual. You check your gear, you carry your rifle, and step into the wild. One step outside, and everything changes. Safety disappears. Nature takes over. What feels strange to the world is normal here. Rules that make no sense make survival possible. But humans are not the reason. Svalbard became important to the world. Something far deeper exists here, hidden beneath the ice. Deep inside the Arctic mountains, something is buried in silence, not gold, not treasure, but the future of humanity. This is the Global Seed Vault, a place built to save life on Earth. If everything fails, this begins again. Scientists call it Noah's Ark, but not for animals, for seeds of every crop, for the survival of food itself. Why here? Because the ground never melts. Permafrost keeps it frozen, naturally preserved forever. The vault is carved into rock, deep inside a frozen mountain. Even if power fails, cold will never leave. More than 1 million seed samples from every country on Earth. Wheat, rice, corn, life itself, stored in silence. This is not just storage, it is a backup of civilization. If war or disaster strikes, life can restart. But this place exists for a reason, because Earth is changing, fast, dangerously, and unpredictably. The vault has been opened, only once in history, to replace lost seeds from a destroyed world. Far from cities, scientists live and work here, studying Earth's signals in complete isolation. Ny-Ålesund, one of the world's northernmost settlements, a place dedicated only to science. Nothing else. No distractions here. Even signals are limited. Science needs silence and isolation. From here, expeditions begin toward the North Pole, into the unknown ice. The Arctic is not just land, it is a warning system, a mirror of Earth's future, and it is breaking. Ice here is not just cold, it is memory. Thousands of years of history, locked in silence, Every country depends on this place. Without it, future agriculture is uncertain. Life becomes fragile. This is not hope, it is insurance. Against extinction, against collapse. No armies guard it, no wars touch it, only ice protects it, and time itself. But even here, nothing is permanent. The ice is melting, and stability is fading. But the Arctic is changing faster than anywhere on Earth, and what happens here will decide our future. This is no longer a prediction. It is happening now. The Arctic is changing faster than anywhere on Earth. Glaciers that stood for thousands of years are now collapsing into the sea, slowly disappearing like they were never there. What sounds like thunder is ice breaking apart, massive blocks falling into a warming ocean. Temperatures are rising year after year. What was frozen forever is now unstable. Even the ground is melting. Permafrost is no longer permanent. The Earth is losing its memory, layer by layer. Mountains are becoming unstable. Avalanches are increasing. Nature is shifting violently, without warning. The kings of ice are losing their kingdom. Polar bears are struggling to survive. Without ice, they lose everything. Ice is not just disappearing, it is rewriting the map. Coastlines are changing forever. What melts here does not disappear. It rises elsewhere, into the world's oceans. The Arctic controls global balance. When it breaks, everything responds, everywhere. Storms grow stronger. Heat becomes extreme. Cold becomes unpredictable. The planet is reacting. Ice holds history, but that history is vanishing. We are losing millions of years in silence. This is not just about animals or landscapes. It is about us. Humanity is connected to it all. Scientists have warned for decades, but warnings are now visible. Not in reports, but in reality. No explosion, no noise, just slow disappearance of an entire world. Earth is not dying, it is changing, but the speed is what we cannot ignore. Svalbard is not just a place, it is a signal. A warning written in ice. For the entire world. What happens here today will reach everywhere tomorrow. The future is already moving towards us. And in the silence of the Arctic, you can hear it clearly. The Earth is speaking. We just need to listen. If Svalbard changes, the entire planet changes. This frozen wilderness is not the end of the world. It is the mirror showing us Earth's future.